Welcome to today's USD 239 School Update. I'm Chris Vignery, School Superintendent. Today I will be talking about the state of Kansas budget, how the effect it has on schools. We'll also be visiting with you about the state of Kansas's new accreditation system and the direction that North Ottawa County is moving with that. But first up, I'd like to talk a little bit about the finance piece here in the state of Kansas. Right now it looks gloom. There's hope out in Topeka that they're trying to put something together that would help the revenue out there. We know that right now, as of finish this fiscal year, the state of Kansas, if nothing is done, will finish at about $350 million in the hole. So that's the end this year. It does sound like they've got a plan together that's going to help that out. If that's all they do and they don't take a step for next year, it's probable that we could finish about $600 million in the hole next year if no revenue is increased for the state of Kansas. And then the following year, fiscal year, be 2019, about $192 million. So it's not looking good as far as the end of the year revenues for the future. There's one of the things that is the only thing that can happen is you need to create more revenue or there's going to be more cuts. And we know education is probably 52–53% of the budget for the state of Kansas. And so if majority might get cut, would probably be education. So right now there are a couple plans out there. The House has been working on a plan. In fact, they did pass something in March. However, it got vetoed by the governor. And then the House had enough votes to override that veto, but the Senate missed out on 2 votes. So that plan did not go through, but there is another plan that they're working on. And with this plan will, it's going to, of course, repeal the exemptions, some exemptions. It's going to raise some income tax. It's going to eliminate the phase out. It'll lower food sales tax. It'll have a little effect on motor fuel tax. But supporters say it will generate about $820 million. The Senate also has a plan out there, and theirs is going to generate just a little bit slower, but it has a plan to generate, about $280 million the first year, and then it'll about $370 million and so forth. So at least there are some plans out there that will help get the state of Kansas out of debt. One thing I would like to mention, here, the Kansas Center for Economic Growth, which was polled, there was a poll released March 31st, and there's 3 things that stick out with this poll. One is that basically Kansans, they're deeply dissatisfied with both Governor Brownback and his signature tax plan. 67% oppose his tax plan, 51% strongly oppose it. Nearly all Kansas voters are worried that the state is not investing in public education. In fact, 85% of those are worried that they're not investing enough money in education. And 73% of the voters feel that the governor's tax policy hurt the Kansas economy, while 64% of Kansas support rolling back the Brownback plan. So I believe the support is out there for this tax to move forward. So we hope when they come back from the veto session May 1st, there'll be something that goes through and rather quickly. So basically, where do we stand on this? One is, we have the court case, the Gannon adequacy decision. Basically all it says is that the way that Kansas is being funded by our legislators is unconstitutional. It's not suitable for equity for the state of Kansas. And so things have to be done. Basically, they're giving our legislators till July 1 to do something. So there is hope that schools and the state of Kansas will start to receive more money. And so what does that mean for the state? What do those tax increases mean for Kansas, for educators? Well, here in North Ottawa County, one thing that it does mean, if the new tax increase passes, and also if they pass the new finance formula, for North Ottawa County, just for next year, we will see about $160,000 increase in our school budget. Obviously good news. We haven't seen an increase probably in the last 7 or 8 years. So that is a nice thing to have. Also, we will, over the next 3 to 4 years, they'll have a phase-in plan that should generate about $200,000 additional dollars for our school district alone. So great things that are coming, that could happen if this tax plan finally gets passed out in Topeka. And what are we going to do? Once this money comes in, what can we do at this district? Well, the state has, they put out there a new accreditation system, and so we have goals that we have to meet. So after a short break, I'll come back and I'll tell you about the goals that we've set here as a school district.
Eagle Communications is the leader in advertising services. We take the guesswork out of marketing your business. From creating the message to managing the campaign, Eagle can make your business stand out. Meet customers where they shop. Take your business online with a digital campaign and showcase your products on TV and radio.
Let me help you reach the people that matter most by targeting demographics and using platforms that are proven to make your business grow. Give me a call today. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
All right, welcome back to our show. Left off with state accreditation and the goals that we have to set forth. And Kansas accreditation, we call it KISA. But our goals are we have to have 2 goals as a school district. And over the next 5 years, we have to work towards those goals. And a couple of the goals that we've set down as an administrative team, and we've also shared with our district leadership team, and then eventually it'll go to our building leadership teams and to our site councils, just so everybody's on the same page of knowing what our goals are that we will have approved by the state of Kansas. And our first goal is we want to increase the number of students who enter post-secondary opportunities. And basically what that means is, we want our kids going on when they graduate high school to either a technical college, a community college. We want them to be able to, go on to a 4-year school, go to the military, be able to have some kind of certificate before they leave high school. We want them to have that success after high school. So that's one of our goals. And then between now and we'll be working on those goals with different things that we choose throughout the next 5 years. Some examples that we've already done and begun to do, you have career fairs. You bring in different careers, let the students get a chance to see what different types of careers there are. We let our students do a career inventory test. We put opportunities in front of our kids that's going to maybe open their eyes up to different job opportunities and what it takes to be able to be successful after high school. Our second goal is that North Ottawa County Schools will strive to develop a culture that demonstrates servant leadership and action in providing a school to community connection. And so here we just want that opportunity to continue to reach out to the community. That might be through our volunteer program. We just did a community-wide volunteer cleanup day a few weeks ago. We also have a requirement that all of our freshmen are required to have 40 hours of volunteer time, or they will not, walk at graduation. And so we just feel that that's a great way for our students to give back to the community. And so all of our students will eventually have those same requirements as we move forward. Same thing at the grade school. The grade school will too have opportunities like this. They have character awards that they already do. We bring in veterans for our Veterans Day program. So things like this, we already have some things in place. Other things we'll continue to try to improve. We'll continue to try to reach out to the community so we can meet this, one of our goals. One last thing that I definitely want to share with you, the thing that you'll see new here at North Ottawa County next year is we have acquired a food service company to come in and take over our kitchens. We'll actually still have our same cooks and everything, but this food service company, there's 3 things that it's allowed us to do. One is a food service company. We will be able to get our food at a lesser cost. We're able to buy that food in bulk. Students each day is going to have 3 entrees to choose from, and also, like I said, the cost is we will save between $35,000 and $50,000 a year just by moving this direction. The Board of Education and myself and administrators, we've been discussing this since October. We've had different food company vendors bid out the process. The cooks and I have been having this discussion, basically since November. And, as of today, we're all heading the same direction now, and we think this is going to be a great move for our students. So that is something that we're looking forward to start the new school year next year. And we do have some upcoming events coming up. As you can see here, May 4th, we have the high school band and vocal concert. May 8th, we got a junior high band and vocal concert. May 14th is our high school graduation. May 16th is our junior high promotion. May 18th will be our last day of school. And so for any other activities, please go to our school website at minneapolisschools.org to see what other events. We have lots of events: softball, baseball, golf, track, so many different events. Forensic meets coming up. If you need to know what's happening at the school, please do not hesitate to call somebody or check out our school website. And if you need a volunteer project done, please call the high school so you can get your name on a list for our students. Otherwise, have a great summer, and we will see you next school year. Thank you.